So, hi Karina, thank you for joining us on the Vegan Nugget channel. Let's give a bit of background. You're a health and fitness coach and you train your clients here at Rep 1 in Vancouver in Canada. And you're also vegan.
Yay! 13 years.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you.
Okay.
So how long have you been into fitness and resistance training?
I think probably around the same time that I've been vegan, so probably around 13 years. I've been really more serious about it since I started training clients, which has been 5 years. But yeah, it's always been kind of in the background for sure. Yeah.
So I also know that you have a master's in gerontology. How do you feel that's affected your outlook on fitness in general?
That's a really good question actually, and it has really affected it. I think in two main ways. The first one is just kind of an overall outlook. I'm really not into the 30-day cleanses, the 90-day challenges, that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
They have their time and place, especially for things other than fitness. Like I know you do a vegan challenge, right?
Right.
But that's not very long term. So people usually do that and then they just fall back into their previous habits. So gerontology being healthy aging, that was my specialization, is health and aging. Even though I'm young myself, I have a lot of older clients. And I think really long term, I want to be around and still kick ass when I'm 95. I want to be able to not be in the hospital.
Possible to do?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I had a client who was 94, which was great.
Wow.
Yeah. So it has definitely affected my outlook that way in just creating sustainable habits that you can have for the rest of your life. And then the other side of things is more nitty gritty, which is the research side of things. It was a very research intensive program, like doing my own research study and how to read scientific studies, which is huge for the fitness industry, right? Because there's not BS.
Oh my gosh.
In the fitness industry.
Oh my gosh, totally.
So it's like how to amalgamate information and decide whether something is legit or not.
Critical thinking.
Critical thinking, basically.
Yeah. That's a good point. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would be your top tips for somebody who's just starting their fitness journey?
Okay, that is a really good question, and there's lots. But I usually go and suggest 4 different things. And it spells out the word nice, so you can remember it really easily.
Okay, nice.
So N-I-C-E. So N is novelty, which means if you're just starting out, find something you like doing, but also find something that will keep it changing. So you're not doing the exact same thing over and over again. That's what causes our bodies to usually stagnate. Plus it's boring, so we do the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you have to run one day, swim the next day, rock climb the next day. It can mean doing the same thing, but you're changing it up. So like run a different route. Or if you're swimming, like swim it in a different tempo. So you're doing sprints one day and a long swim the next day, something like that. So you can do the same activity, but you just need to have some form of novelty around there to keep your body guessing.
Just keep changing it up.
Exactly, yeah. So second one is I, which is intensity. This is the hard one for most people, actually.
Right.
To figure out where your intensity is appropriate for you. So how to push yourself at a challenging level without injuring yourself though, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's where coaches come in handy. And I think coaches like myself need coaches of our own as well, right? I think that's important.
So much of the time you kind of want to progress and then you push yourself and like
we don't want
weight a
injuries
bit too soon and you end up being unavailable for training for like a year.
Yeah, we don't want that. So, I mean, that depends on current fitness level, but basically it means, not surprisingly, you need to push yourself to see results. And a lot of people, they're doing their reading on the treadmill, they're watching their iPad or whatever on the bike. If you're doing that, you're not working hard enough, I can tell you that right now. But there's individual differences there, but it's basically, you gotta keep in mind intensity.
Right.
And then the third thing is C, which is consistency, and honestly, that is the hard part for most people. If you don't stick to something, you're not gonna see results. And that is the most challenging thing for people.
And it's probably the most effective, isn't it?
Yes. Consistency is the one thing out of those 4 that's going to get you any results, so for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever your routine is, 5 days a week, 2 days a week, whatever it is, you got to stick to it. Occasionally there will be crappy weeks, there will be good weeks. I mean, it's not ever a linear, progression, right? But yeah.
The trick is not to let those bad weeks take over.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the 4th one is enjoyment, which I think is really forgotten, especially with fitness nuts, who often assume that everyone loves being in a gym, which is totally not the case. If you don't like what you're doing, you're not going to stick to it.
Yeah.
So you really need to find something that you enjoy, or find a way to make something you know you should do enjoyable. Yeah.
So many of us lead really busy lives, and we know that sometimes finding time for fitness and training is very challenging. what would you suggest to focus on for somebody who has very limited time? Is there any type of fitness to focus on? Any areas in the body you should focus on? Any goal to keep in mind?
That's a really good question. And you know what? Everybody's in that boat. Even people like me who live in a gym are also very time crunched to work out, right? So I would say type of activity, you should be doing some form of resistance training. Honestly, that is bang for your buck. So whether that is like you, I know you're doing resistance bands and body weight stuff at home, that can be very challenging.
Yeah.
But it's strength and resistance training. Whereas like hanging out on a treadmill or an elliptical is cardio and not resistance. So you want to be building up your muscle and your bone density and your strength somehow. Whether that is at home, TRX is an option, the suspension training, or whether you're in a gym doing weightlifting. That's kind of up to you, but definitely resistance training. And then things to focus on are things that use as much of your body at once.
Right.
So standing around doing a bicep curl is only using your biceps. Whereas if you're doing a squat, or even squat with weights and doing like an overhead press at the same time, you're using more muscles at once.
Engaging more.
Yeah, and that's gonna A, burn more calories if that's important to you, which it isn't for everyone. And B, it's going to give you better results faster because you're using more muscles at the same time.
Right, and for overall health, it's probably the best choice.
Yeah.
Okay, and you mentioned home workouts. So you think it's definitely possible to keep fit and being really good on a really good fitness level without a gym?
Yes, definitely. I want to make that really clear because I train all my clients in the gym, but I try to get them strong and fit for whatever they do outside of the gym. Doesn't mean that you have to always train in a gym. You can have excellent results at home. I've got a lot of clients who do resistance band training, body weight training, like very minimal equipment, stability ball, all at home.
Right. And you discussed this in your book, Vegan Vitality.
Yeah.
Extensively, didn't you?
Yeah, so there's a whole chapter actually with I think it's 35 or 40 body weight moves that you can do. So like you literally need nothing except for your body. So you don't even need a resistance band or stability ball or anything. Cool. Yeah, and I interviewed 16 vegan athletes actually.
Wow.
And some of them, I mean, they're all from different backgrounds. So some of them are strength athletes, some of them are endurance. Some of them do exactly that. They don't even go to a gym. So, I mean, it's a whole variety of things. But yeah, you can totally.
You even have a foreword written by Robert Cheek, don't you?
Yeah, who's like the #1 known vegan bodybuilder guy. Yeah, he's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
so cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give a link to Karina's book in the description box in the video and to her website. So please check that out. And this book is like a life changer. It's got lots of vegan recipes in it too.
More than 100.
For fitness, and basically check that out.
Awesome.
One last question. Would you say that leading a healthy vegan lifestyle affects fitness level?
You know, there's actually an interview in my book, speaking of, that addresses that exact thing. So the thought is yes, there are actually a lot of pro athletes who do a plant-based diet because they feel like it's affecting their performance in a positive way. There's more research that we need to do to actually show that that's an effect. But for now, anecdotal evidence and expert opinion all point towards, yeah, you're getting more antioxidants, probably helping with recovery time, which means you can train harder and recover faster. Obviously, that's going to affect your performance. So yeah, if you're serious about fitness, I think a plant-based diet is for sure an advantage.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so thank you very much for joining us today,
Thanks.
for answering all my questions.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and see you next time. Bye!